Alright, we got part 2 of the guy who loves smooth dam builders. This one he's going to be hanging out with Chris. We already saw the part when he's hanging out with Kayla or whatever her name was for him. I only say that because I don't know if she's different with everybody. I know she was Kayla with, obviously Lauren, and then she's Laura with Dustin. So I don't know if she got a different name with everybody or what. Obviously Kayla's her most famous persona, so we'll just call her Kayla. But anyhow, Lauren's coming out now, and that's actually what he's looking at. We paused it right here where this part was happening. So, before we start looking at this, I hate doing this, but per my new usual, we have to give a little disclaimer. So, 1, this video is going to have lots of pausing with me talking in it. In part, I have to do that because of YouTube. You know, you gotta make your videos transformative. I can't just let the thing play. That's not transformative. That's just me stealing content. And 2, I mean, that's kind of the whole point of my channel. It's to kind of goof on these guys and talk shit about them and stuff. I mean, every single video I've made on here is like that. I don't have any where it's just playing the clip. So if you want the clip, dip on out of here and just see the clip naturally somewhere else, because you ain't getting it from here. And 2, the overall vibe of these videos, I want them to be is like we're just hanging out. Like, I want it to be like we're just buddies hanging out on like a Saturday evening. Just, you know, we got some pizzas and some sodas and we're just making fun of pedos on TV or whatever. You know, it's just goofing around, having a good time, basically. This is just supposed to be dumb entertainment. Just kick back, relax, and listen to me make fun of some pedos. And if you're a fan of the TCAP community, then you can kind of just, you know, relate and get a fresh new video from somebody different. So anyhow, if none of that sounds appealing to you, then seriously, just get the fuck out of here right now, because nobody needs to have your little pussy bitch comments saying, "Oh, this guy talks too much," or lame this, or some other negative bullshit. Nobody needs it. That's not what we're here for. If you want to have something more serious, go find it. This is not going to be that. So anyways, now with the disclaimer out of the way, and hopefully all the little pussy faggots out of here, let's continue.
You seem pretty confident on the internet in terms of what you wanted to do. What was your plan tonight?
Actually, I wasn't really going to be doing anything because I was worried of getting too scared and nervous about it.
Now, why were you getting so scared and nervous?
Well, I just knew it wasn't right.
But that's not how you made it sound online.
You know.
And what about the photos he sent of himself masturbating?
Why'd you do it?
Oh, that's still such a goofy ass thing to send. Who sends pictures of themselves beating off? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to send video of that? Like, if you're that weird and you want to send somebody that, wouldn't it make more sense to send her a video, not just pictures? Like, what even is a picture of it? Him just holding his wiener? Like, his one picture, he's got his hand up by the top, and then the next picture's his hand a little bit lower, then the next picture, it's it in the middle, and then the next picture, it's like he's all done, and it, like, shows it dripping a little. Like, how do you even take pictures of that act? That's weird. Chris, I'm just looking at his suit over here. He's got that black jacket, black pants, black undershirt, and then, like, his white striped shirt. I also think, though, obviously we'll get into this a little bit later, but Bald Beaver Hunter here thinks that Chris is a therapist. And it's kind of a goofy thought to have that there's just some therapist randomly hanging out with this girl at 1 a.m. But at the same time, in all fairness to, like, at least him at 1 o'clock in the morning, it must be kind of confusing to have some guy just come around the corner fully dressed up in a suit and a watch and a bracelet and all this at 1 o'clock in the morning. It must be like, what the heck is going, like, you know, you'd think, if anything, some guy might come around the corner in pajamas or something, not come out in a full-on suit, and, you know, his hair's done, and he's got his watch on still, and a bracelet, and just, it's way too formal for 1 a.m.
Well, just everything in my life is just, it's all screwed up. I've got a bad job. My marriage is not good.
Did you bring any condoms?
Okay, so a lot of guys will use an excuse like this over some dumb bullshit that they do. And it's like, in this context specifically, it has to do with being a pedophile. But in general, people will say this stuff about when they make a bad choice. Like when they drink. You go out drinking, oh, my life just sucks. Okay, what the fuck is drinking gonna do? It's not gonna make anything better. All it does is make things worse. Now you have less money because you just wasted money to get to drink and all that. Now you feel terrible because you got drunk and possibly made dumb decisions. Even if you didn't make dumb decisions, you still got drunk, which then you feel bad about. And then it puts you in a weird vicious cycle because now you drink again to forget about the last time you drunk. And now you're wasting more money, and now you're drunk again. Now your family sees you always wasted. Now they got to deal with that. Your kids are like, oh, here's dad again drunk. Your wife's like, oh, here we go. This piece of shit's coming home drunk again. And it doesn't help anything. Likewise, this motherfucker's talking about, oh, well, my life just sucks, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, so you think that your life sucks, so your plan is to, first off, he says, things are bad with my wife. So your plan is to cheat on her? Like, that's gonna make anything better? And your plan is to cheat on her with a kid? You think being a pedo is going to make anything better? Like, what the hell kind of retarded thought process is that? Oh, everything in my life fucking sucks. I need to fuck a 12-year-old. That'll make it better. What? Also, the famous excuse here of, oh, I got a bad job. Bitch, there's thousands of jobs out there. If you have a bad job, get some motivation and find a better job. Don't just be a fucking loser and stay at your job and hate it and bitch and cry about it all the time. Find something better. Either A, if there's opportunities for growth at your company, strive towards them. Speak to a manager about becoming a manager or whatever type of promotion you could get and see what can be done. Yeah, maybe you'd have to take some steps to do some training or whatever, but put that effort in. Get that better position that'll give you better pay, maybe some better benefits as well. Or just say, fuck this, and leave your job. Obviously, don't leave it. Do some job hunting on the side until you find a good job, but then eventually have a plan to leave it and go somewhere better. Don't just cry about your job and then go and try to fuck a kid as a solution. Like, what? Also, I would imagine that in part, he says his wife, things are bad with his wife. Yeah, it's probably because of him. I mean, look, he's a piece of shit, clearly, coming out to fuck some kid, like... He clearly doesn't even give a fuck about his wife. Oh, things suck with her. Fuck her. Anyways, I'm not going to try to make them better. I mean, I'm not saying she's perfect. She's probably a little bitch, too. Because, a lot of times that's how women are. But I'm just saying. I'm sure he does not help at all.
No, I wasn't going to do anything like that.
Yeah, what were you going to do?
It was just oral.
Just oral?
Well, I didn't think it was that bad on oral.
She told you she was 12 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. First off, it's kind of funny. I made a joke about him saying, I want to fuck a 12-year-old. I was just trying to think of something that was young, but not too young. Saying like 8 is kind of like, ugh. So 12, it's like, you're not a teen yet. So it's pretty bad sounding still. But that's funny. He actually was trying to go after a 12-year-old. Damn, bald. I didn't know about that. Second off, he's over here telling Chris, oh, I wasn't really going to do anything. It's like, bitch, yeah, you were. You don't show up at 1 o'clock in the morning where a girl claims to be home alone if you don't have any bad intentions. The only time that somebody's showing up at 1 o'clock in the morning and like a 12-year-old's home alone would be okay is if it's like, family. Like the parents left and the kid was feeling scared, so they called an uncle or a grandparent or something, and then you show up like, God damn it, why didn't they just drop you off at my place in the first place? I don't want to come out at fucking 12 midnight to come hang out with you until they get back home or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the only time it's normal. Otherwise, bitch, yeah, you had intentions. And then his situation with is just oral. I didn't think oral was that bad. Like, bitch. What was your plan? To try to jam your little wiener down her throat? Or were you just going to lick her? Either way, like, you're still fucking around with the kid, you weirdo. I mean, not to defend him or, I don't know, act like what he was going to do was okay or not. But, I mean, I sort of see what he's saying. Because I think he thinks of it as, oh, well, if I were to fuck her, that would be what's bad. Me just licking her pussy, who cares? She's still technically a virgin. I didn't puncture her hymen. But it's like, bitch. It's still a weird sexual experience, you stupid ass. Like, it still counts as molesting her and all this. Like, she's still 12, you fucking creep. It's just like the one with the Jeff Stacy. The internet and real life are two separate things. When I tell a 4-year-old I'm gonna fuck her in the ass as hard as I can, it's just the internet. I'm not really fucking doing it.
And you came over here planning to have oral sex with a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. I mean, yeah, I did.
When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
Do you think this is...
It's not that obscene, though. I don't know why they made it so much more of a thing than it really was. Bald Beaver Hunter. It's not that bad. It's not like it said, like, I don't know, bald pussy eater or something, like bald beaver hunter. It's really not that bad. I said that in the first one. I don't get what they were so, you know, essentially none of those words are curses. Bald, not a swear word. Beaver, it's just an animal. Hunter, not a curse word or anything. Just because they're put together doesn't make it super bad. Again, like I said in the first one, I don't think kids would even understand it. You know, it's almost like an innuendo that would go over like a kid's head. And the other thing is, I'm saying kids because if, you know, they might not want to put it on regular TV. But the other thing is, first off, I don't think kids would watch this. Like, why would they care about TCAP? You know, you're talking 14-plus-year-olds are watching this. So, and second off, didn't this air at like 10 at night anyways? That's kind of like the primetime slot where they would kind of be a little less censored on things. So it's like, what were they so weird about Bald Beaver Hunter for? It's not that bad. And yeah, it makes sense that dumbass would laugh because it's kind of just funny. I mean, you gotta think about it from his perspective too. One, it is kind of silly, even though they're treating it as something much worse than it is. And two, it's like a doofy ass name that he invented. So, you know, you would giggle at something stupid that you created. Anybody would. I would if I came up with something weird and someone was calling me out on it. It's just like an awkward laugh, like, oh shit. Yeah, that's a dumb thing I came up with. Like, it's a normal reaction. But they treat it like it's, I don't know, like like they're adding it on to his villainy of being a pedo. Like, oh my god, I cannot believe that you would laugh at your own username. Oh.
Funny?
No,
it's a big joke.
No.
Come over here to have sex with a 12-year-old girl, and this is a big old joke to you.
No, what I'm getting at is...
I just want to pause, like, how he's... Well, Beaver Hunter's just sitting, like, so casually. Didn't Lorne sit kind of funny, too? Yeah, Lorne was sitting all reclined. Even when Chris came out, he stayed reclined. You got Bald Beaver sitting here with his leg up, just kind of semi-casual, just relaxing. He's got those pictures of him, his beat-off pictures sitting right next to him on the table, half falling off. Like, it's so goofy how these guys are so casual. Like, I feel like if I got busted, I'd be sitting up straight, all stiff and awkward. I wouldn't be Lorne just lounging out. And he probably still had the ass massager going on, too, while Chris was hanging out with him. Like, just relax. This doofus with his leg up, just chilling. Pictures of his wiener out next to him. No big deal. Like,
this is the very first time this has ever happened. I've never met.
It's the first time you got caught, maybe.
No.
Right. So what made you decide all of a sudden to do it now? I mean, you've been chatting with this girl for a month.
I've had that fantasy in the back of my head.
You know, speaking of these girls, chatting with these girls for a month and all this, somebody left a comment on the last one that said I should read, actually it wasn't my last one, last one would have been, oh no, it was this guy, I don't know, one of my videos though, recently, somebody left a comment that said I should read the chat log, it's very sick or whatever, and I always do want to read the chat logs, I think they'd be interesting, just for the purpose of, to really understand how depraved these guys are. Because when you see a clip like this, obviously it's not the full depravity. Yeah, you know that they're there for depraved reasons and stuff, but there's editing, there's them hanging out with Chris. Like, it's not the full gambit. You just see a guy there hanging out with a kid and all this. But the chat log is where all the depravity is. That's where you can see and hear everything that they said to what they thought was a kid, and you can really get a grasp on, like, how disgusting and vile they are. And so, I do want to do these videos, but it's like, anybody that I ever know of that I used to listen to that did read the chat logs, YouTube fucked with their channel all the time. Like, Bass Shaman, he used to do TCAP stuff all the time. Now he does weird stuff with, I don't know, goofy internet meme lord type people like Chris Chan and Cyrex and stuff, and I don't care about that. For him, though, he's doing good now. He's got over 100,000 subscribers, so that's good. Because when he used to do TCAP stuff, he'd get to like 5,000, 6,000, and then YouTube would always delete his channel, so he always had to make a new channel. And, yeah, I liked his TCAP stuff. He had good TCAP content, but YouTube would always fuck with him. And anyways, he did read chat logs. He had a channel that was dedicated to chat logs, and they were good. And he'd make voices, too. He didn't even just read them straight up. It was almost like a oral play. Like, there was no video. It was just like a image of the chat log that he was reading. Almost like a thumbnail. And then he would just read the chat log over it. And he would make different voices for the decoy and the person. And it was funny, and well, to listen to the voices. Like, he brought them to life. But it was also, you got to hear what they talked about and really understand how fucked up they were. So anyways, my point is I would like to do these. Like, I'd like to see what this fucker was saying to Laura, or whatever her name is, Kayla, and all the other pedos, and see what they had to say. But it's like, I know how YouTube is, and they'll find the video and, oh, you can't put that on here, and either take the video down or take the whole channel down, and I don't feel like dealing with that. But it would be something nice to be able to do if I could.
About being with a young girl.
A young girl, yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island.
Sent to an island.
Exile.
Exile.
His dumbass sent to an island shit. So, on one hand, I get where he's coming from where he says sent to an island. He's saying it in the context of, like, you know, separate me from society. You know, I'm a pedo. I'm kind of sick. So, keep me away from everyone by sending me to an island where I'm isolated and all alone. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, wouldn't going to an island be like a paradise? You know, you'd be going somewhere awesome. That's almost like a reward. You're going to get rewarded and have your own island for being a pedo. Like, think about it. Most people that own an island are super rich. You know, islands aren't cheap. So you're going to go to an island and have your own island and, like, I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't be great living, you know, because you're not rich. So you wouldn't have, like, a construction team that could build you a house or something. You'd have to figure it all on your own in the wilderness. But, like, I don't know. I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's not very much of a good plan for a good punishment. It's a little too casual, too relaxed, too ideal, almost. He was also pretty quick with that, too. Like, did he think about this before? Like, hey, I wonder if I get busted, what would I tell them if they think what should happen to me? I know, I'll say sent to an island. I mean, geez, he even had a little face ready. Watch. He does a little skit with his face where he's like, sent to an island. Like, it's got it all prepped.
About being with a young girl.
A young girl, yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Ready?
Sent to an island.
Face. See?
Sent to an island.
Exile.
Exile an island. You still think this is all funny?
I don't know why you're asking me stuff like this. I mean...
Well, why do you think I'm curious about all this?
I can tell you're a therapist. I know. I mean, not just...
You think I'm a...
Oh, man. Weird angle that I'm sitting at made me start gagging. But anyways, it's just funny because of the overconfidence. I don't know why you're asking me all this. That's a good point. He does have a point there. You know, getting all these questions asked of him. And he's just like, what the fuck? What should happen to me? I don't know. Who the hell are you? Like, why are you asking me all these things? But anyways, it's funny. He says, I know you're a therapist. I can tell. Like, oh, okay. Chris is a therapist. Which, you know, I don't know. I guess in the context of what he sees, maybe that makes sense. You know, some guy comes out, starts asking him questions. He's wearing a suit, a bracelet, a watch. Hair is done up at 1 a.m. So maybe that makes sense. But at the same time, when you really stop and think about it, it's like, that wouldn't make any sense at all. Why would there be a therapist hanging out at this house? You know what I mean? Like, you're there to fuck a kid, and now there's going to be a therapist hanging out? I mean, I guess it is a sting in real life, but... You really think a sting house would have a therapist instead of, like, a cop or something? So doofy.
Therapist.
Yeah, by the way,
Do you think that you came over here to meet this girl and magically a therapist sat down to help you through your problem?
I don't know.
See, that's like what I just said. Like, Chris says it, and then it's like he realizes, like, oh yeah, that kind of doesn't make any sense at all. I came over to fuck a kid, and there's going to be a therapist here? Maybe that is stupid.
Well, do you ever watch television?
No, sir.
Well.
See, I never understand that either. You know how many times he's asked these guys, do you watch television? I think he asks almost everybody, do you watch television? And a lot of them either say no, or they say just a little bit. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, especially during these days, you know, 2005 or whatever this was, everybody was watching TV. Jeez. That's all people would do. They'd work, go home, watch TV. Like, what are you talking about? No, sir, you don't go home and watch TV. Yeah, you do. Like, what? It's not like today where there's a lot more options. Maybe technically you don't watch TV, but you watch YouTube, or maybe you're a streamer, so you're playing video games on Twitch, or what else do people do nowadays? I don't know, or make videos like I do or something. But like then, yeah, you did. You went home and watched TV. Everybody watched TV. I don't really understand that why he says no. Does he legit not watch TV? Does he have a TV? I don't get it. What do you do instead in 2005? Does he just play video games by himself? I mean, X360 came out in 2005, so does he play 360? Just, that's it? I don't get it. But anyways, I feel like Chris's question also isn't super perfect because he says, do you watch TV? But it's like, Chris, your show is very niche. Like, you could watch TV, but you might not necessarily watch Dateline. And B, if you do watch Dateline, maybe you didn't watch the TCAP stuff on Dateline. Because that's even more niche, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you like Dateline for the regular crime stuff, and then this pedo stuff comes on, and for some reason you're just like, oh, fuck this. I'm here to see, like, crime mysteries, not pedos. Like, I know in my household, we watched TCAP, but it was if my mom went to bed, and then me and my dad, for some reason, would watch it. He would put it on, and I always thought it was kind of interesting, but I wasn't sure if he was actually interested, or if it was just on for the time being. So I'd sit there like, oh man, I hope we can keep watching this, and he doesn't change it. And usually we would watch the whole episode. I never understood why. It didn't seem like it was something he would like, but we'd leave it on. But, yeah, my mom, though, if she was up, she wouldn't care about this. She didn't care about Dateline. She didn't care about this. It just wasn't up her alley. But, you know, my household, we did watch a lot of TV. So my point is, you know, Chris says, do you watch TV? But it's like, you can without seeing your stuff, though. You gotta be a little more specific. Do you watch, you know, Dateline? Do you watch NBC, whatever channel Dateline is on? Something a little more specific. Do you watch TV past 10? I don't know. Just generic, do you watch TV? Yeah, I watch Cartoon Network. Like, you know what I mean? I guess Chris was just a little full of himself. Thinking he was some sexy therapist.
I'm Chris Hansen. And I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Oh, God.
And we're doing a story on adults who...
Damn, everybody starts coming out and he's still relaxed. Looks, I'm still chilling with his leg up, just hanging out with Chris. Like, all right, yeah, this is cool. At least Lauren had the, oh, God, and then started crying and got up and ran away. Not this doofus. He's just relaxing with his flowers, his nude pics. Damn, has Chris got some too? They can both look at his wiener at the same time. Check that out.
Try to meet young teenagers online for sex.
Okay.
It's called To Catch a Predator. So if there's anything else that you'd like to tell us about your situation, we'd like to hear it.
I love my wife, and I know it doesn't look like it. I need to see a psychiatrist because of the way everything's going through my life.
Right.
Bitch, you say I love my wife, but, like, no, you don't. First off, you said you guys had problems, and clearly you ain't working on it. If you loved your wife, you'd be working on trying to make it better with her, not wasting time on the internet so you can find and chat with somebody that you think's a kid and then go out at 1 a.m. to meet up with this kid. Like, what's even your lie for why you're out at 1 a.m. to meet up a kid? You probably told her he had some kind of business trip or something to do. So lying to her. And then also, you wouldn't be trying to cheat on your wife if you loved her. And you wouldn't be trying to cheat on her with a kid. Like, you have every possible angle of this wrong. You're going to say, I love my wife. No, now it's because he got caught. Or, well, he's been caught the whole time. He just didn't realize. But now the cameras come out, so he's like, oh, shit. Just in case this goes anywhere. I love my wife. I got myself covered. No, you don't, bitch.
Well, why don't you go ahead and I hope you get that help.
As he gets...
Oh, damn it. We got to rewind it. Hold on. There's just one...
I need to see a psychiatrist because of the way everything's going through my life.
Right. Well, why...
Well, actually, we can talk about that, too, while we see it. That's not what I want to talk about, but that is something I did forget to say. He says I need to see a psychiatrist, blah, 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 blah. Seeing a shrink doesn't do anything. Once a person becomes a pedo, it's like that's what they have forever. You know, I've watched plenty enough pedo catchers online over the years, between TCAP, between Chris's later shows that he's done, you know, Hansen versus Predator, and the thing he does now, and all the vigilante ones, if you will, like Skeet Hansen and Alex Rosen and Colorado Pet Patrol and Justin Payne and all of them. And it's like, these guys don't learn. There's ones that like Alex Rosen has caught 3 times. They go to jail, get out, he catches them. Go back to jail, they get out, he catches them again. Even Chris has 2 that he's caught twice. Michael Sieber and John Kennelly. Like, these guys don't learn. It's like that Louis C.K. joke. They get this extreme craving, apparently, for kids, and it just never goes away. That's all they want, and that's what they're going to pursue. Going to a therapist isn't going to do shit. It's like somebody who goes to church on Sundays, and the rest of the week, they act like a total piece of shit, and they're like, oh, I'm a good person. I go to church. Okay, asshole, maybe for that 1 hour while you're in church you're good. The rest of the week you're a fucking sack of shit. And that's like this. Okay, you go to a therapist and say, oh, I have these weird urges to fuck kids. Help me work through it. And then as soon as you leave the office, you're like, all right, now how am I going to find a kid? Let's see. Like, there's no helping them besides, like, death. It's really the only thing. Death or lifelong incarceration. Those are the two options to make sure pedos don't reoffend. Going to a therapist ain't going to do shit. And also, going to a therapist requires that the pedo is actually open and talks about their problems. And I'm sure a lot of them go see therapists and only say a little bit because they probably feel embarrassed, or like an alcoholic, they don't want to fully admit it. You know, you got to admit your problems first if you're going to actually see any help and see any progress towards your help or whatever, your reconditioning. And I'm sure they leave out a lot of details because they just don't want to admit it to themselves how sick they are. So that's another thing that would make therapy a failure. Anyways.
Why don't you go ahead? I hope you get...
I wanted to talk about this guy lurking in the background. I think that's like their security. And I don't know if Bald can see him. Probably not, because he's hidden over there on Chris's side. But it's just kind of funny how he's lurking. I get it. It's probably just in case like the pedo were to lunge, then he can come out, boom, protect Chris. But it's just, when you see it from this angle, it's just funny seeing this guy, like, larking over there. He's kind of rocking back and forth a little because he's bored. Maybe he's got to go pee. It does look like his hand's on his dick. Like, oh, fuck, you got to get out of here so I can go piss. But it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a funny visual.
That help.
Oh,
as he gets up to leave and makes the long walk to the door, officers are in position, ready to arrest him.
Sheriff's office, hands up! Hands up! Hands out! Hands out!
The cops are always way too aggressive, it seems, with these guys. I'm not saying to be gentle on a fucking piece of shit pedo, but it's like, at the end of the day, these guys were just here to try to fuck a kid. All they wanted to do was have some sex. And it's like, the way that they're treating them is like they're a terrorist who they just got off with like a 14-hour standoff, like a John Q situation, and now they're like, finally, fuck you, get down on the ground! And it's like, the guy just has a boner. Like, yeah, it's for the wrong reasons, but still arrest him and stuff. But I don't think we need all these theatrics. You don't need to be yelling and having red dots on them. Like, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen? Gonna have your targeting systems already fully active? Like, what did Bald Beaver, he had like 2 red dots on him, right? Let's see that again. He comes out and he's got like 2 red dots, right?
Sheriff's office,
he's got that one.
Hands up!
No, yeah, there's the other one. The other one hit the window. It didn't hit Bald Beaver, it hit the window, but he had almost 2 on him. It's like, what the hell do you think's gonna happen? What do you think this doofy-ass, like, 35-year-old guy's gonna be doing? He's walking out the door all dejected and defeated as it is. It's not like he was coming out roaring and you know what I mean? Roaring and raving. He's like kind of maybe embarrassed, feeling dejected. Oh man, I didn't get that pussy. And then now these cops are like, get the fuck down, asshole! Sheriff's office! Like, relax. You can arrest him normally. He's gonna be cooperative, I would assume. And why wouldn't he be? There's 36 of you there. I don't think he'd be like, oh, let me act like an asshole and try to put up a fight. Like, he knows he's not going to get anywhere versus 10 of you guys. But they do this with every pedo. I get it. It's probably because it's for TV. So they make the cops be over the top. Like the one that had the ghillie suit on. I don't remember what episode that was. But remember that episode of the guy's hiding in a ghillie suit? Like, what the heck? What do you need a ghillie suit for? Jeez. Like, what's the point of even hiding? As soon as the guy walks out the door, you're jumping out to arrest him. What do you need to hide for? It makes no sense at all. It's like it's just for TV to make it a little funnier. Oh, look, this one's got a ghillie suit on. Hey, look, they're screaming at this guy. It's so stupid. You know, another thing, just thinking about it, how come that last camera view was like the night vision type camera, but now they got it in perfect lighting? Couldn't the other camera be perfect lighting too, or was the other camera specifically on night vision one? If so, why even have a night vision one when you have good enough lighting from like the house or whatever that you could have the whole thing look normal instead of night vision? Like, I don't know. Because that's just I would assume night vision probably costs more than regular vision. So I was gonna say, is that a cheap move? It can't be cheap. Must have costed more. I don't know. Anyways, this guy over here advertising that he's bi. All right, bro, we get it. You love dick and pussy. Like, cool.
He's taken away in an unmarked car and brought to a police station where he's booked, photographed,
Thank you, sir.
Right here to the left.
and brought in for questioning.
Had an interesting night, haven't you?
Yeah.
Just about to see what he was saying. Did he just giggle? Let's just watch that real quick. Oh, damn, look at that. That's sexy. Oh, what a good spot to rewind to.
He's booked, photographed,
Thank you, sir.
Right here to the left.
and brought in for questioning.
Had an interesting night, haven't you?
Yeah.
Dumbass laughs about, yeah, I got busted for trying to fuck a kid. I don't know what's up with the goofy laugh there. Of course. Yeah, I was trying to fuck a kid. Anyways, I don't really know. I would assume, though, based on where we are at now, the rest is probably just going to be the interview. So, I mean, this is a relatively short interview. I'm not going to get into the full thing. We can just look at this one. So maybe we'll do the interview as a third video and then call it a day. Unless I can find, like, an update on where they are now. Then we can make 2 more videos on him. But for now, this is good enough. This is interaction hanging out with Chris. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And until the next one, see you later.